when Bryan's on board, then I'm like, all right, cool, let's explore this project. If he's not on board, then I'm like, meh, I don't know, man. I really enjoy and seeing your obsession with marketing. I post a lot of interesting things every single day, but I don't always see a lot of people who are really, really interested and in-depth studying, analyzing, and really just keeping up to date with all of these things.
All right, so hi, welcome to today's podcast. Today I have on Melvin. Melvin is a mentor, a friend, and somebody that I have worked with as well, some projects partner with, and I just want to share, maybe want Melvin to share actually the experience working together with us and with me as well. Yeah, so Melvin, why don't you introduce yourself?
Awesome, so I want to look in the camera just for this. David, my name is Mel, and my entire entrepreneurship journey started actually about 16, 17 years ago. I've been telling this story a lot these days. Young kids have it a lot easier. When I first started, I dropped out of school. I had very good grades, but then I somehow decided to be a rebel and decided that I want to drop out of school and start my own business, even though I had no money, no capital, no connections, no experience, nothing. I thought it was going to be very easy because I read all these biographies of successful people, and I thought to myself, it doesn't matter. It's going to be really simple. I'm going to be like Steve Jobs. I'm going to start my garage 1 or 2 years. I'm going to be a millionaire. By the way, possible in this day and age actually. But at that point of time, I didn't know any of these things. And 2008 was a very different time. A lot of books are not available. Yes, they were available, but not like today where you got so much information. AI definitely not available. You had to learn a lot of coding. Funnel software not available. So all these things were not available. And I decided to quit. I don't know why. So what got into me. And for the first 7 to 8 years, I was very unsuccessful. I tried all sorts of different things, from network marketing to flyer distribution to marketing for dating coach to helping out a kids education business, whatever you can think of. I tried because I didn't know what I was doing. Just go and see it, and I didn't have a mentor at that point of time also. And around the 7th or 8th year, and I was making $800 a month, eating 1 meal a day. I thought to myself one day, I was like, I think I'm doing this wrong. Unlike my friends, they're making like 4, 5K, 6K, some of them got a car, and I'm like now 27, and I'm eating 1 meal a day. I'm sleeping on the couch. My mom thinks I should be a dishwasher. She hates it when I tell this story, by the way. We have recently made up, but she really did keep asking me to be a dishwasher. And I told myself, I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I'm very far from Steve Jobs. I think I need some help. And so I went to find mentorship. I went to find guidance. I went to unlock a lot of limiting beliefs and gaps of knowledge that I had in terms of business. And in a short amount of time, I went from $800 a month to my first 10,000 per month, which was transformational. Maybe you watch this and you think 10K a month is not a lot. But for me, 10K a month represented in 1 month what I used to make, more than what I used to make in a year. And so like when that happened, I was like, oh my God, actually I can buy stuff. I don't eat 1 meal a day. That was my first thought. I can stop sleeping on the couch. Actually, I can rent a room. And I started, and at the point of time, then I started, everything clicked for me. And in the following years, I made millions of dollars. We built in 4.5 years, a $25 million coaching business, among many other projects that they have done. And so these days, I'm always just looking for meaningful, enlightened projects that we can, really help transform people's body, health, mind, spirit, whatever, that can reach a lot of people, can transform people, can make a lot of money. And that's what excites me these days. And some of these projects include working together with Bryan. And sometimes some of these projects I literally only do because Bryan's on board. If Bryan don't do, then maybe I say I don't want. So that's even before we get to working together with Bryan, I mean, that's a testament, right? When Bryan's on board, then I'm like, all right, cool, let's explore this project. If he's not on board, then I'm like, meh, I don't know, man.
I mean, like, I have been learning from you as well, like, since when I started agency and then after I left. I think, like, things that you have shared really resonated with me. That's why I would join your program and other things. And I really learned a lot from you as well. And really inspired me to actually do my own thing, like, after that. And I went out and tried to do my own thing and also help, like, in various projects. For me, like, number one thing that, I mean, like, mentors and whatnot is also, like can click, basically, right?
Yeah, same frequency.
Yeah, same frequency. Like, exactly, at that point in time, I think, before or during COVID, right? I think everybody was like a bit like, what do we do? Do we hustle? Do we really chong, right? And really that really resonate, I think, a lot, especially when we joined the program. I really just chong all the way. And that really helped me get a lot of clients. And then after that, when I come on my own, obviously discuss with you guys and really wanted to figure out like how to actually do it as well, right? I actually want to ask you, like, what do you think like my strengths are working with me and stuff like that?
I think it's just being able to coach you and having the privilege actually to coach you through the entire process has allowed me to, because that's what we really do. You came in, you were doing something, and there was like, you had to hustle and basically be part of an agency, and maybe it was not something you were as enlightened when you entered that partnership. It was something you had to do, but along the way you kind of as you do many things also, like your journey is a bit shorter than mine, because I took 8 years to discover a lot of what I should not do. So as you engage in this, you start to realize, whoa, there's some parts that I'm good at, there's some parts I'm not good at, there's some parts I really like to do, and some parts I don't like to do. And together with the help that we have, I really think that you have a very systematic, structured structured way of approaching marketing, which I think is really good. I find that the marketing space here divided into people that oftentimes they are very haphazard. They have no core fundamental understanding of what marketing is. So, they are all over the place also. So especially that's horrible. That might work very well in a big picture Madison Avenue type of branding where you're like, well, I have a great concept. I don't know whether this works, but this company has a lot of money, so let's go roll with it. But when it comes to direct response, you need a strong fundamental understanding of what exactly marketing is. What exactly do you tweak? What are the variables or so? Because if you don't, then you waste a lot of money. So I think you have a very strong understanding of these things and you approach it in a very structured way, which also means that whatever energy, effort, money that the client spends, you're going to get a good return out of so that you are not wasting time, wasting energy, wasting money. And I think that's like one of the core strengths that you have. The second thing also is I really enjoy and like seeing your obsession with marketing. I post a lot of interesting things every single day, but I don't always see a lot of people who are really, really interested and in-depth studying, analyzing, and really just keeping up to date with all of these things. And really asking ourselves, like, what exactly are the people in the world, not just in the US, but not just in Asia, but people in the world who are succeeding, what are they doing that really makes it tick? And I think you do that frequently. You save, you think, you break down, and then you're like, all right, cool. So if they are doing this, then what can we use and adapt in the different businesses and projects that we have? So apart from a strong fundamental understanding of marketing, the next thing is I think this growth, this obsession for study is very good because it brings a lot of brand new ideas. It's very, very innovative. I like to think that a lot of marketers in the US, because of this brave, fearless innovation, they're always on the cutting edge. But oftentimes I find in Singapore, especially Singapore, you're minimum 3 to 5 years behind.
Yeah.
And most of the people are either not in the know of what things are doing, or they might see it, but then they have limiting beliefs like, I don't think I can do it. So I like the fearlessness where you're like, oh, okay, cool, this is something that's done. Let's just go and try it, and I think that's cool. And that also allows you, in the third point, to generate a lot of new, interesting, innovative, current, fresh ideas that help people stand out from the competition. So let's do this. I feel most marketers, especially in Singapore and Asia, are reactive, and they're copycat reactive. Copycat reactive is, let's run ads because this particular person is running ads. Let's do this because this particular. So they're always waiting for a front runner, a thought leader, or whatever, a person, trailblazer to go first. Then the 99% are going to pile on and just do a bet. Version 2, version 3, version 4, version 5, a rip copy of that. And I think you are now increasingly becoming that trailblazer where you are the person taking the innovative ideas and saying, hey, let's run with it. What's the worst that will happen? We won't lose our shirt. We won't go bankrupt. But what's the best that will happen? We'll discover something that works. So I think if a person's looking specifically for number one, getting a high ROI where you don't waste time, energy, money, a person with strong fundamentals of marketing, which I cannot speak of for many other marketers. They might run great ads, but then when you speak to them, you're like, whoa, this person is not quite. This person's fundamentals are really weak. Like they don't understand that. So if a person wants a high ROI in terms of strong fundamentals, then definitely working with you is great. The second one is a person wants innovative ideas and fresh ideas that are current. Then I think you provide a lot of that. And I think the third one is like increasingly becoming the trailblazer within the industry, because it's really important. Because if you run an ad that's like everybody else, you run the risk of just being ignored. But if you have fresh perspectives that trailblaze the entire industry, then literally that's the idea of an X factor. That's the idea of standing out also.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so if people are looking for these three things, then you should find you. If they're looking to just be reactive and just run an ad like 99% of people, they shouldn't find you.
I agree. I also took a lot of inspiration from your concept, which is like X factor, right? So to me, it's like also positioning and like standing out, being different. Be it personality wise, be it your technical, like what you deliver wise. For me, I focus way more on delivery compared to personality, because I'm not bombastic in personality, I would say. And that's very, very different, right? So maybe more left brain, maybe more logical. And some people are way more extroverted and other things. So I then combine like that left side of my brain to actually create that positioning. And also like what you recommend me last time in terms of in agency and stuff like that, really go and blend it to everything together.
Yeah, I think it's really critical, and I think that goes down to the strong fundamentals that you have. I think being well versed in like a variety of things also. Because this marketing game, right? I compare it really to mixed martial arts. And I thought long and hard about this. This game is a very, very difficult game to master. Anyone that wants to get into marketing, if you're watching this, if you're thinking, oh my god, I want to make a lot of fast money, I want to get into marketing. Yes, you can, but whether you can make long-term sustainable wealth. So fast money, no problem. Please write a trend. Please make bombastic promises. Have a bunch of high-ticket closers, you make a lot of money. But whether you can keep that out is huge difference between making money and having a business. You can make money for a season, you can make money for 2 seasons, you can make money for a year. But sooner or later, the problem with this industry is that whatever thing makes money for a short while is immediately copied. So you can jump on a trend and then it's copied. And then the second one is the moment it's copied, everyone gets jaded by it also. So that's the first key. So whatever little hack that you have, great. milk it for 6 months, milk it for 8 months. It'll probably be ripped and gone by then. The next thing also is that this game is really like mixed martial arts because there's so many parts to it. I'm a great media buyer. Oh, great. But how about the ability to convert? Oh, no, I'm not good at that. Now we have a problem. I'm great at doing webinars. How's your ability to produce content? No, I'm not good at that. I'm great at producing content. How's your ability to follow up and build community? No, I'm not good at that. I'm very charismatic on YouTube. How's your ability to therefore coach people to get results? Oh, no, I don't believe in doing that. Wherever this thing leaks is where you die. So there's a problem. So you have a 19-year-old TikToker. You can rip a TikTok store, run products. That's great. But then his products suck. Then with 6 or 8
until
months,
TikTok store dies in trend or the product dies.
And then they're gone. So in order to succeed, and this is actually a compliment to you, I think you have a well-rounded skill set and you're building it constantly, because wherever we leak, right? That's why I say it's like mixed martial arts. Or I can kick, but you must not punch. I can punch, or must not wrestle. So this game is hard. It's a very difficult game. It's difficult in two ways, because you need holistic, you need ads, you need organic, you need content, you need email, you need community, you need conversion, you need to do sales, you need to deliver, you need to retain. Then after you do all of these, right, this is only the internet marketing part. Then you need to lead, build team,
build product,
make sure your company has systems. My God, it's like, after all, it's like, how many things you need to master? And after you're done with all of these things, then you need to also multiply by all the things that are current. Because just after you finish mastering these things, then you're like, oh, all the things we learned before, all out of date already. Holy moly. Nowhere else, right? This is so difficult, right? Because you see, in law, and let's say in biology, there is no like, the heart today or on the right hand side. No, at least that one is static. It stays somewhat consistent. Marketing, by the time you finish all of these, right, guess what? Everything you learned 2 years ago, all gone.
Only fundamentals remain.
Yes. Yeah. So this game is a very challenging and hard game to do it. And I don't see a lot of people who are as obsessed with learning the whole thing, the fundamentals, and then staying current also. So I think it's good to have a peer like yourself. I think last time I was able to coach you, mentor you, whatever, but now I consider you a peer, a partner, somebody you get to build and do things together. So I that's the real reason why I'm like, if Bryan's on board, then then let's do it. Otherwise I got to work with some like low level fella that I just don't want to do.
I very appreciate your statement. Yeah, so also like maybe for the audience out there, where can they find you and learn more about what you do in X Factor?
You can find me at a few places. I think Bryan and I are perhaps I think we had a lot of conversations about this, and we really believe in the power of content. But even if we believe in the power of content, we are still a bit slow. I still tell you, we need to correct this, okay? We need to correct this so that we are as current as the cutting edge people in the world. But I say that because you can find me on the YouTube channel. You can find him on the YouTube channel. We are really going balls deep in YouTube these days. It's going to be important. You can find me on the IG. He's on IG. I'm on IG at the great Melvin So. For my YouTube, just type Melvin So, and there's the first one that pops up. Please go and subscribe. Shooting a lot of content these days. You can find me on Telegram also. I run attract quality clients community over there, and find me on Facebook. Just type Melvin So. Actually, just go to Google and type Melvin So, then you can follow whichever you kind of like. I think the value in these days is we are really entering a content era, and it's no longer just about taking pictures of your cool lifestyle, and you got to add genuine value to people. So as you find me on these channels, then my desire every single day is to wake up and say what kind of valuable content I can provide for you. So you can follow me there, and hopefully the stuff vibes with you.
All right, awesome. I appreciate you coming on this show. I'll see you guys soon.